played a lot of top Anivia himself. And, yeah, I mean, still technically flexible between the two.
I like this
Anivia.
because you have so much damage. You have the 2-item spike of the Ezreal. You have the late game Azir. It's going to be a side lane threat as well. And you have Nico for engage. And this Scion is just going to be... This could backfire in a big way for T1. True Shot wasted.
I think they see Sponge, full health, level 6, and they just say, well, we got to respect this as we have Azir coming on over, and now Owner is just going to go in, pulls the trigger on Alahan, says, you are dead. And a bunch of damage already done to Sponge as well. Pay's going to flash aggressively here to get to Owner, but now Scout a little bit isolated, and Faker's making his way over. Scout in a lot of trouble, gets knocked up, does flash the root, but now Sponge isolated, and he gets executed by Faker, and T1 turned this into a big fight for them.
That's such a great play from Owner, that flash there. It allows him to secure a kill as well as then buy the additional space for the Akali.
After pushing Sponge away, and this is becoming a bit of a snowball-y problem for Nongshim.
Great root might buy some time here for Sponge to get over. He needs to rush over. Taeyeon completed his back though.
Lens has flash. He's going to use it to predict there from Paze doesn't land, but the shot will. As now Sponge at least able to get away from the curtains being opened up, and the entire jungle is just to Akali. As they're trying to set something up here, they're just trying to play around Owner as much as possible. RT1, the root comes in, the Pop Blossom is there, but Lahen's no flash means he just takes a 4th shot to the face. Taeyeon also getting poked away. Sponge, same story for him. They just can't even exist against the 3 of T1 right now.
He's going to thin this wave out, but it's still pretty hefty here. T1 whittling down this turret. They're going in!
Yeah, they're going in. I'm not sure what Sponge was thinking there, just sticking around, just dies. And now Taeyeon trying to get something back. Does a lot of damage to Flash, but he had barrier! And you gotta know about that. Taeyeon sees blood in the water, and instead, the blood is his.
Man, you see that barrier pop, the life comes out of your face. You know, you forgot about barrier, you forgot about Paze's D key. He's gonna press it. And man, that hurts. Him. Doran's got a big push in the bottom lane. Does have TP as
Yeah, they get the slow, and that's the flash slam. The follow-up not really there. Meanwhile, Lahen's in a bit of trouble, as Zerkin's gonna land on him, and Faker takes him out. Once again, we're being treated to Faker's Akali, as he's kind of just walking behind enemy lines. He gets his Shroud back, and he waits for the slam, goes back in. Taeyeon super low. Faker wants that kill, and he does get it. And he will have to pay for it, but that just means the rest of T1 is here to clean up the kills. Nongshim once again over-indexing into the 1 kill. And it's not going to work out for them as Scout, no dash, and is in a lot of trouble. As the stun does land, the root is there as well, and Doran picks up the kill with the Icicle. And T1, I mean, almost feels like it's all over but the crying here for Nongshim.
Yeah, bit of a disaster for Nongshim, frankly. Is okay. Yeah. All right. He will get an additional charge here as well. When the opt-in happens to look for that pick, you're giving T1 such an insane opportunity to get...
is slamming a bush over to the right side while this Drake is just going down. Sponge, half health. It goes to 1 health, the Dragon. And Sponge going to get rooted up. He's in a lot of trouble as now the engage from the hands, but it's just kind of half-hearted as Faker in the back line just eating them for lunch. As now Scout's nowhere for him to run, although he does get away, funnily enough. Faker going very deep there and does pay the price. Paze picks up a double kill. Really the important part is that T1 got Mountain Soul.
And as you can see here, Taeyeon is struggling to get through those shields. Scout will leave him behind. He gets away, but you know, the pride having the setup that it's hard to imagine Nongshim will ever get.
Little root here on a Kingen, who's kind of a no man's land himself. He's able to charge into a wall and try to get over to his team. There's a flash out of him, but the chase is on from T1. Not gonna over chase into the Scion though, but here come the curtains. Sponge gonna be slowed up, has to flag drag away, takes a huge amount of damage as now Faker thinking about it, goes in for the execution. Sponge, or rather Scout, meanwhile, just dies himself as he got rooted up by, I believe, Keria, or stunned by Doran, one of those things, as had to stick around and immediately died afterwards. That's 2 picks, and T1 are now looking at the Baron.
They have Baron, they get this Elder, and the game couldn't be more over about this. I mean, it's pretty over, but You want to really doing everything.
Maybe trying to bait Owner in if I give him the benefit of the doubt. Meanwhile, Owner's like, yeah, I welcome it. I will jump into 4 people right now. As the Crescent Guard is over, the ult goes in. A Faker, he's pretty low, but he has his Shroud still. Able to get away with the help of Keria, as it's not exactly the cleanest damage from T1.
This is really awkward for them to lose all this health right before Elder. Paze is pushing mid.
Sponge might just die here. That's the jungler of Notion dead. And now we got Scout by him's lonesome on the top side of the map. And he will eventually go down. Faker's like, I guess I'll clean him up. Meanwhile, we do have, looks like Doran just tanking everything on the bottom side. He's actually pretty tanky, and they say, we don't need the Elder, we just need to kill them. And that they do as T1 look to end this game.
That was a fantastic ultimate from King and all of the chaos there, but ultimately it's not enough. And even with those low health bars from T1, it feels like everybody's got a GA in this one. Between Owner having his, the egg there from the Anivia, Paze being so far away, being so safe inherently. And that is just the end of the game. T1 will win it, sub 30 minutes. They made sure Kog'Maw over Jinx. Come on, don't do it to me.
Twitch?
Don't you dare play Twitch.
Twitch? Tristan?
He's going to play Kog'Maw, feels like. Tristan is pretty insane in this comp, though, because of the reset potential. He's going to play Kog'Maw, though.
Yeah.
All right.
You were right in the beginning and right at the end.
Notion are doing the same. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Sticking around very aggressively. I mean, a fear on Lehens, and it's because Faker's coming over. Lehens no flash and nowhere for him to run as the bailout eventually does proc, and Sponge eventually does come over from his Wolves. I feel like a little bit slow to make his way over. Maybe didn't expect T1 to full commit.
And one of the things about Twisted Fate into the Aurora is you can just Destiny past her. She doesn't have any way of stopping you from doing that, and Scout was not in a position to really punish. As Kingen does not have ult, very low.
Now public execution was used, and now Faker, gold card going to come down, but he is going to have to flash a lot of that damage. Scout going pretty deep to try to get this kill. And eventually, I mean, Owner's going to come over. We've got Keria coming over, and Scout says, well, I'm committed, so I might as well try. And he does actually get the kill.
Keria is here. He should still die, right? He avoids it with the cloak.
Okay, looks like maybe the Whimsy was used, and Keria's going to have to be forced.
We'll get the crystalline overgrowth, but nothing else.
Kingen going in past a minion wave. He's got Pantheon to back him up. Doran misses that public execution as Sponge able to sidestep it, and now 1v2. Doesn't look like Doran has any hope. He tries to go in for the kill, and now we got to dive in the bottom lane. Faker here, and no hope for the Notion bottom lane as Taeun trying to get the bailout. Actually, a TP coming in here from Scout, but it is too little too late.
Yeah, and he's going to really be kicking himself because, as you say, he's too late, and now he's kind of stuck here and can't get the mid push instead. We'll be able to clearly win this game, but it's Ocean Soul, so not quite the same as the Mountain Soul we saw in Game 1.
They're going to go in for this as the combo gets flashed here by Taeun, but he's all by his lonesome, and that's a kill already. And now Sponge and Lehens very much isolated. Sponge going to flash away, trying to dodge everything, but gets hit by the Glitter Lance. And that might be enough to keep him around, but he actually does back away. Now we got Scout coming on over, as Owner continuing to go deep for this one, but now TP coming in from Faker. Lots of damage going into Owner as he tries to tank it up, but now the TF is here. It's a 3-on-3 with the Kog'Maw going front to back. And Nongshim kind of stuck around for a very long time. That's another Glitter Lance into wild cards, and that is going to be the end of him. As yeah, Doran not in a very good spot, but now Lehens might just get run down here, has to flash away. Faker definitely considered flashing after that, but the slow came through, and Lehens gets away.
Ingen does not commit his equalizer to try to kill Doran, knows that he has flash, and wants to hold on.
Trying to set up the Rumble, but especially into the Lulu, not quite the same as Vi. So now, gonna throw out a bunch of stuff into Paze, and Paze just gets wild growth and peeled for by the Lulu. A Sponge is taking a huge amount of damage. As now Faker makes his way in with the gold card, and now Doran in the back line. Nobody able to stop him as they use everything for everybody else. Equalizer comes down. A lot of damage here from the Aurora. The Faker stands his ground, throws a card in, and it's disaster for Notion as T1 are just decimating them here in the top river. It's an ace for T1.
And it's the same story every time. Notion just banana brush like you already called out, but we can see it how it eventuated. Trying to dive Faker here, I think should be fairly simple. However, they don't stop his empowered recall. Oh boy.
Wow. I mean, we have seen some things already in this series, but that was one of them. As now, going to take down the Nocturne, says they don't need the TF. The Sponge has a lot of low members here that he could potentially execute, but it looks like only Keria is going to be the one they get for now, as Owner also gets away.
Target selection a little bit all over the place there. I think Owner is just dead. Can he get the... Oh, he's going to get away with it. No way.
I mean, they have to know he's in that bush. There's only...
It couldn't be anywhere else where he was, but...
I guess he was far enough away.
Okay, well...
Lulu was there, and now he's going to have a defensive item. Probably the Terminus is now looking to go on in as there's the public execution straight onto Sponge, a big Aurora ult, but he's kind of alone, takes a lot of damage. Equalizer on top, though, is going to burn a lot of T1 members, and Notion down 2 members, still pushing forward, but they just get kited out, and they're not able to actually take anyone out from the side of T1. The Ocean Drake alive, and so T1 definitely want to fight for that one. TP back in from Doran.
And he's going to come up here. It looks like they're not going to get any kills from this, but it will be able to secure them space on Dragon. Flip the game. Not going to give any opportunity to Nongshim. Not going to give this Soul as well. They want to fight for that now.
Yeah. No reason to give free stuff when you're this far ahead and your Kog'Maw is super fed. A lot of damage does come in from Scout already, but there's the Paranoia as Owner, once that kill, goes past the entirety of Nongshim's team to try to get it. It's now Faker going to be in a bit of trouble, but Doran pulls the trigger. He gets in the back line. They cannot peel against this Ambessa. Flashes come through. The bailout is there, and actually Tam does a decent job of kiting it out, but he can't quite get the bailout as Doran does go down. The Paze is untouched as he flashes into the back line, takes out Kingin. As Sponge kind of hanging out in the back himself, will just die to Owner.
Does save Owner's life. And it is going to be T1 now looking to take this Dragon. Second of the game for them.
Sponge used it at the end of the last fight. So it's just going to be a natural engage from them. The Paranoia does come down, though, and Sponge cannot get into the pit. That's Baron, and now the engage comes in. The turn is there as Owner accesses that backline. They try to get on top of Pace, but they can't even take him out as it's a clean ace here for the side of T1, and that'll be the 2-0 for them tonight.
The T1 win streak continues, moving it up to 5 here at the end of round 1. So put them at 6 wins, knocking on the door of top 2. Still a few wins behind, but pushing themselves right now solidly into 3rd place. There's some ups and downs at the beginning of the season. Nongshim, they had a tough 3 matches in a row, and unfortunately they were not able to pass the test. Strength of schedule coming up big against them at the end of the round, and they'll finish.
Yeah, I'm a little bit frightened about it. I mean, there is some synergy, obviously, between the Curtain Call and the Paranoia, right? Like, you can see the targets to hit, and it's much more difficult to dodge
when
the lights are out.
Gnar, is it Kennen? Is he playing Yorick into Varus? Okay.
I mean, it could really work. There's, the same school of thought for the Yorick into the Jace could play a part here, because if the Yorick ever gets on top of the Varus may just die.
He will die.
It's happening all over the place.
But, I mean, this turret is not safe. Doran.
Delight. Why is Delight always behind them? And always using very weird magical journeys, as there's another Ghoulie Wall to come on in, as Owner is able to have Paranoia in there. Kanavi comes down. They do take out the Bard, but Zeus might be able to grab this kill, and there it is with a Q. 1-for-1 on the top side of the map. And this game has gone weird. Faker behind the turret as well is able to flash out of the way of that last turret shot. And Keria gets underneath his turret, but he may not be out of the woods just yet. Doran into another Ghoulie Wall as Kanavi able to get the Q down. Flag comes in and able to tank up the last shot. Teleport now in from Faker. I just don't know. Oh, he's able to get there fast enough. Zeus. Yeah, he is going to get stunned up. Those Merc Treads just not quite enough as the Pyroblast takes him down. And that's T1 now in the lead as far as the kill score is concerned. It's going to be soaked there by Paze. As Keria is taking Delight for a walk. Deadly Flourish comes on down. Magical Journey going to be taken by Keria before Delight.
Thanks for the flank.
That was very odd. And yeah, Keria actually just using the Bard against the Bard. As it turns out, even in a game when he's not playing Bard, he's the better Bard. That's kind of ridiculous, as Gumayusi, fancy footwork here. And not going to die just yet as the Deadly Flourish comes on through. Now the Paranoia is going to be used on the top side of the map, and the Chains of Corruption will be the demise of Zeus. Gumayusi, I don't think he's long for the world, as that's Pays locking that one up with a 4th bullet. And T1 rocketing to a 2K gold lead.
Yeah, the game...
I don't know who's higher level as far as Tibbers and the Maiden are concerned. Maybe level 10 versus level 10 is probably what it is. Is now Carrier taking some damage. Kanavi gets in there, but the Bard, once again, tries to ult himself and dies before it even gets off, as Ona will be able to grab a kill onto Guma. The Emperor's Divide from Zeker is pretty fantastic, but he goes down as well as Doran picks up a triple, and he's looking to make it a quadra here at 15 minutes into the game. Carrier wants to slow down Kanavi, but Kanavi does not get slowed down by anyone.
It's like literally everything I was saying right before this. Like, Pays can impact the play from far away. Right, Doran is there. He has flash.
The only one, somehow Faker as well, based on mainly that CS lead that he has against Faker, is able to hold on to a little bit of an advantage here as well. But with Doran as strong as he is, it is a very scary moment, as we do have a teleport coming on in. I'm not sure about that one, Faker, as he does get knocked up by Kanavi. It should be a trade, but the Tempered Fate this time is going to work out and will save his life.
That's exactly what I'm talking about when I say wait for opportunities. Faker just gives them a silver platter. Oh, gives them a kill on a silver platter.
A 1 and a bit levels ahead, as level 15 does come in for Zeus now. But a full level is a huge deal, especially when it's level 16. So Doran going to come in looking for Delight, but does immediately get knocked up. There's the Paranoia going down. Delight is very dead almost immediately as Ona gets on in there. The Cataclysm is going to lock him down, but they kill Guma before he can really do anything. Now Doran flashing out of the way. Zeka should be able to put him down, and then dash cannons towards Carrier to try and lock that one up. Now Zeus versus Faker. Is Zeus finding some revenge?
Zeka?
And he will find the angle there. Zeka will be able to go golden, but Faker walking so incredibly quickly. It's a double for Pays as he looks to clean up, and the footwork isn't there for the Yorick. It's a triple for Pays in the end.
Carrier, by the way, no deaths on this Karma. Plays this buddy to keep them up, and caught here a little bit.
Well, Carrier might be dead, ladies and gentlemen. No flash available, and so he's going down. Kanavi, of course, is going to use that to go even further in, and Faker will be taken down by a meep slap out of Delight.
I mean,
it is going to be soul point over to T1.
But can they do Baron? I think they can. Like, they have this Azir, like you were mentioning, doesn't have an arm guard anymore, but he's got the damage. Doran's going to pick up 3,500 assists, and he's going to try to assist his team in denying this Baron, but they're very late.
Yeah, let's see what more they can get. The Ghoulie Wall just to try and zone them away, as Zeus could be in a lot of trouble here. There's the bullet time, and down will go Ona. That should guarantee the Baron, as Kanavi's on top of it, and HLE will be able to secure this. Still, they sacrifice Zeus for it. Emperor's Divide just barely picks up Doran, and he's not going to be getting 3,501 assists at the end of this.
Best game
over there, as Pays might be able to find an angle here towards Zeka, but he does just fly away.
Doran TP.
Yeah, and this Baron is just gone, ladies and gentlemen. There is nothing they can really do about that one. Still, Ona, without his ultimate yet available, Carrier just barely alive as well as the Maiden getting involved. Deadly Flourish, fantastic, onto Zeus, and he will just be sacrificed. The curtains are being called here as well, as they're in the shooting gallery. HLE just staying in the fog of war as best they can, though, as Doran moving up behind them. And they are getting corralled. Maybe this Sun Disc will be enough to help them out, as Zeus no teleport to join after this 45 seconds either, if they can buy that much time, which would be really, really difficult. Zeka looks for the angle as Carrier flashes out of the way. Ona will be able to get his Zhonya's, as that was such a weird play. The Emperor's Divide onto the Varus to lock out so much of the damage, and Pays is dead as well. Down goes Ona and HLE. The 4 versus 5, they're looking to try and win it anyway, as Kanavi will be able to help lock down Carrier, and the Tempered Fate just to look really cool before securing the ace. Gumayusi was already onto this inhibitor turret, and man, what an incredible game. But in the end, HLE get their revenge and take down T1 in game 1.
A hard-fought win for HLE, and man, I don't know if Pays could have done more this game. His catch on to Zeka, the constant threatening, that was his first death of the game, and it will be his last as well. He's the final T1 member to die here. Their recent addition, but HLE with this draft for me, if I'm watching Hanwha Life, And also, like, this is not a Kanavi, this is not an HLE draft with the Lucian, Alistar, Anivia.
That's a Gwen, and that'll be locked in for Zeus. Pretty good at cutting down tanks, obviously, but I'm feeling like this HLE draft may have cooked a little. Very restless, you know? I feel like we haven't had enough kills in this game so far as he looks to get in on top of both Faker and Oner at the same time. Delight turns up, good kick to deny any re-engage, but there's the exhaust down onto Oner.
I think that's two more turrets.
And there is the fire kick. Immediately, Delight just goes in onto Pays, but I have a feeling he might be going down. However, the Unbreakable Will makes him so safe. Gumayusi with the culling, looking to get on top of his former teammates as Pays will get eliminated by the Lucian, but he goes down as well. Oner puts him down, and HLE, I mean, 1 for 1. I don't know whether they consider that exactly a win, and now they're looking for even more as Doran right in that front line, but flashing out of there immediately. The double pulverize onto Faker and Doran is beautiful, and over goes Kanavi as he goes in once again. Doran taken out at the same time, and HLE here. And Zeus does a number on the Baron as well, as Delight just looking to play interference. In goes Doran, but he gets knocked out immediately. That is the Baron secured, but the Gwen is down already. Faker locks that one up, and Delight is also dead. And 2 for Baron is probably not enough to help this Rebel Baron power play work out. As Gumayusi, he does need to go home, and Oner is not going to let him. He gets the smite down, and that is going to be even more kills over to T1. 4 for a Baron is absolutely not worth.
I thought he was going to get out of there, but Oner gets in. Is able to get there close enough, smites him to stop the back, and down he goes. So only Zeka is the last one standing here. At least Anivia's pretty...
Zeus just lying in wait. The Destiny comes on forward, gives them the full vision as there's the flank angle onto Kanavi. But looks like the fight is now breaking out on multiple fronts. Doran really good, just standing in front of Pays, keeping him alive as Delight gets pushed away from the fight. Ultimate's now down on these bottom laners.
Beautiful fight from T1. They just chip away, and now it just feels like a foregone conclusion to try to contest this. Kanavi has flash, but Esteel, I think, is the best option. They're trying to look for Faker.
Yep, the wall is actually going to cut him off, but he still had flash available as Pays runs out of white gun, but now has a very scary ultimate, although that's on cooldown. There's the knockup, but Kanavi just explodes. Pays finds it. And Zeus now just trying to be the hero for his team. We know that Gwen is so incredibly important as Oner goes in, but might need to immediately go out. There are flashes just being blown left, right, and center, and it's Oner that has his up and available. Pays able to get himself out of the way, and Zeus explodes! And now Zeka and Gumayusi just trying to deal with this. Sion, who gets a huge knock-up, interrupts the dash out of Guma, and he's just executed. The egg is going to get fried, and that is a clean ace for T1. Oh, I feel it. That game 3 right around the corner.
Right around the corner, and T1 said...
And Faker has a very cool hat.
Setup with Zeus, by the way. If Pays moves too far forward and they get a wall on Pays, they can get his flash at least. They could just win the game.
Well, let's see. Fire kick is going to disengage as Zeus looks to make his way in. The kick is going to get him out, but Kanavi finds the Crescent Guard as Pays just going to cleanse out the exhaust, and Kanavi just goes down. They tried to take this Aphelios, but he's still on full health. Doran now standing in the front line. The Moonlight Vigil is going to miss, but Faker finds the back line. It's a wild card that kills Gumayusi, and Oner is going to catch up to Zeka. Procs that Zhonya's, and he's just going to see his death as the Anivia will go down. He'll take a Guardian Angel there from the Lee Sin, but Faker is able to take out the bird. And Zeus, the last man standing, and is not going to be enough to stop them from taking us to game 3.
They said, I'm not flipping Elder. I'm going to see if I can steal this game away. They looked for the angle onto Pays. Kanavi, even though they did not find the angle, Kanavi says, well, guess I'll just send it. He tried. They made it very close, but ultimately, Pays survives, and T1 will bring us to 3.
This is what we all deserved from this matchup as well, as Zeus will be taken down. Delight might also die, but he looks to just park himself on the fountain and look for game number 3.
Delight.
Yeah, I think that it's kind of insane. I don't know whether I would ever recommend it, as Pays looking for the Corki, wants to play with a little bit more of that early oomph.
There's so much power in this bottom lane. So insanely strong.
Yep, seems pretty happy to do it as well. And never mind, it's going to be a Kai'Sa. Okay, we have got some diving happening here on T1 side.
Away Owner has ult, but he's backing, and it just feels like this is going to be a free dragon here. There's a little bit of time for them to come over and try to muster something here, but it just feels too late. He gets Sundered Sky, he has ult, 3 seconds on dragon.
Pickup. Like, getting that Sundered Sky was huge. For Owner, I just don't know whether they're quite going to be there in time, as there's the Vault Breaker flash right into the ulti, and Zeka is able to pick that one up. Now Owner turns up, but a little late, and in goes Delight to lock him down. Grand entrance, and a dead Pantheon, and a double kill for Zeka.
Gragas, as Carry is up there.
Oh dear, there's another charm connecting. Is Zeka going to go all in for this one? Just avoiding all of the buttons that Faker presses. There's the flash in, finds the Orb of Deception, and gets the reset to get the solo kill. And 4-0-1 on the Ahri.
Okay, Delight's going in here as well. Carrier isolated. He is Poppy, so it looks like he might be okay. But this might just be first brick as well. HLE have
looking to go in. Cease and desist is available. I mean, he's going to press that button if he does find it. There's the Vault Breaker.
Pays is dead, I think.
Over to Pays, and he does just get ulted. And Gumayusi, can he actually find the kill here? Great shield to come on through, and Owner is able to pick up the overextended buy. Pays played that right.
Flash for it as...
Ooh. We do have the vision toggled. Zeus, a little overextended, you could say, as he goes down very, very low. Zeka now just looking for an angle, but Zeus is still alive. How is he still alive? That is illegal, as now Carrier tries to get the Poppy Copter going, and it is not going to get off the ground, and Faker once again finds himself in an awkward spot. The weirding is named correctly, and Zeka is going to lock down the kill.
I mean, I have the answer for why he's alive. Look at Faker's items. I mean, he just has the cannon now, but he didn't have it moments before. He is just so far behind. Hide on Bush is his nickname, but...
Oh dear, there's the quickness on to Owner, who does put up the Aegis, but I feel like maybe he's going to be in trouble. Never mind, he will survive, as Pays
wrong side
trying to fight off Zeus here, who just goes to the skies and should be able to take him down. However, Pays stands his ground and then just gets shot in the face. Yeah, 300 gold to the Ahri with 5-0-2 as far as that scoreline. Zeus is just going to try and clear out this wave here. Great hammer boot to deny Owner's engage as the Void Seeker comes on through. There's a killer instinct for Pays, and he's able to help lock this one down. In the meantime, HLE are on the bottom side of the map. Zeka does get cast, but seems like he doesn't even really notice or care. Doran able to tank a whole bunch. Zeka just barely surviving, but the ramped up turret is going to be problematic. Gumayusi, hello? That is a Rift Herald just paying a visit to this bottom lane. Great double knock up there from Carrier as the Featherstorm is going to find zero value at all, and Faker comes in looking to see if he can take down his former 80 carry, and there he will go. Carrier finds a heroic charge, and Kanavi should be dead as well, and that's Owner locking that one up. This game may still be going.
Yeah, bounty gold for Pays on the top.
Light playing some defense, looking to try and keep them interested. Zeka doing the same thing.
A little bit rockier.
Once again, going to go wide.
A little bit rockier this time for HLE as T1 are grouped, and they're going to force the TP out of Zeus.
Yep, Banshee's Veil going to get popped there from Zeka, but they are staying on this Baron for now. Owner is over here. They get that vision that they were looking for. And there is Delight finding the quickness, but not exactly as much as he wants to. The buy is evicted from the fight with the Featherstorm. Keeps Gumayusi alive, and they take down Pays. There's the 80 carry trade, though, as Faker gets into the backline, and it's Owner that takes matters into his own hands. Finally, it is Kanavi making his way back in, and there's another 80 carry here for HLE, and his name is Zeus, and he's got a big cannon, and he's not afraid to use it. Quadra kill comes through for the chase, and they'll take a much better Baron this time around.
Carrier, he has smite and a dream.
Oh my god, if he does this... No, he's not.
He's not even going to try. It's not worth it. There's no way. It's not been broken up at all. T1 are being incredibly resilient in this one. 8,000 gold behind.
Yeah, they are all grouped up as well as HLE looking for a pin, so they think they might have caught Doran, who goes down to 50%. HLE now closing in, and Doran's just dead. T1 not going for the re-engage.
They're going for the push in the bottom lane. They're going to open up the base here. They still have Baron for 90 more seconds. They might just be able to end off of this siege.
Yeah, and the Elder Dragon is still up and available. T1 just falling apart.
They used nothing to kill Doran, just raw damage.
Oh, great charm is going to get onto Owner here as the Featherstorm comes on forward. Between Worlds is decent as Carrier goes in, but he's going to take the Death Chamber exit, and down will go the Aurora as well. Pays is caught, and Owner is just going to go down in a blaze of glory as HLE finish the ace and get revenge against T1 as we start round 2 of LCK.
7-0-10, 17 out of 19 is Zeka's